What is a fandom?
Well, a fandom is, I don't know, it's kind of like a family. Whenever you, I don't know, find people who are interested in the same type of things that you are and you're able to connect with them and sort of relate to them while talking about that, enjoying that, finding new things to talk about.
A fandom is just this person who has maybe not so much as showing, but they just have this huge obsession on the inside. Like they would pretty much do anything for whatever they're a fan of.
Something somebody really enjoys.
Fandom is a group of people that like share interests in a show or a thing, and they just really like it and they enjoy talking about it, and it makes them happy, and it's fun, it's awesome, and it's full of people that are like you, and you can be yourself and feel like you're not being judged. I love it so much.
Fandom is whenever you have extreme devotion to something. It's something that you can identify with, like across borders, across like state borders, international borders.
Group of people that are
crazy about anime,
they're
crazy about
psychos.
everything.
Community of people who are like instant friends, and we just all fangirl together to the point of we become the character sometimes.
Any group of people who really loves the same material and wants to like bond over it.
Fandom is just like a subculture of whatever you're interested in. So like fandom of like Naruto is like all your buddies or like all your compadres that all love the same thing. You just have like a little group that's just like obsessed over it. So that's like what a fandom is.
I associate with anime as well as SpongeBob.
Currently, I'm mostly in the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fandom.
A big fan of Sherlock. I also love Harry Potter a great deal.
Oron, Homestuck, and Harry Potter.
Supernatural.
Probably the Italian fandom or the Black Butler fandom.
I'm a huge like Naruto guy, so the fact that that just ended this year too is like, I mean, the fandom has definitely grown considering that it's just like like the 15-year series is like finally over.
Attack on Titans, Naruto,
Sword Art Online.
Sword Art Online.
I associate with Kingdom Hearts. I also associate with the New York Yankees. I've liked them since I was a little kid, so I'm not just a bandwagon fan.
A lot of animes, and then I do some gaming, so like League of Legends, and then I'm a big comic book, like DC and Marvel.
To dig into the deeper aspects of being part of a fandom, we interviewed local fans and cosplayers.
This room, it's a fangirl's paradise, I guess. Harry Potter wall. I honestly don't know how many fandoms I have in here. Just a lot of things. You know, my entire life is in here.
What does being a part of a fandom mean to you?
I guess being part of a fandom would mean like just enjoying something you love. I guess being free to be yourself. I found it fun. It was different from like, Harry Potter was a fandom about a boy wizard, which when I found it, how many people want to be a wizard when they're a kid, right? Or be able to do spells or fly.
Ever since you've been involved in this fandom, how has your life changed?
I've come out of my shell more, and I've become more obsessed with like cosplay, and I've just gained new friends.
Are your friends into your fandom? And if so, how many?
Not all of my fandoms, or some like one or maybe not the other.
My friends are a lot less judgmental. Like I'm still friends with the people that I was friends with, but I can just, the new term fake is kind of, I don't like describing my friends as that, but they kind of are. Like at school they're more judgmental, but then like my fandom friends, like the people that I meet at cons are so much happier and like compliment you, and like I see it on the Tumblr all the time, like don't worry about if you don't have the body type for that cosplay, just do it. And I love people, I love like fandom people so much more. Like, they're so much fun and awesome to get along with. I've made so much more that are like me, I feel like. So my group of friends, I'd say, has improved since I've gotten into like fandoms.
Definitely my friends and I have gotten closer because we can all just like sit and watch anime together and like just rave about it.
This is my closet. I don't actually use it for clothes. I use it for cosplay and jackets. So, you know, I'm a cosplayer. I've been cosplaying forever, pretty much. But I've only been going to conventions about a year. A few of my wigs are up there. I have Hitalia, Black Butler, Attack on Titan, Draco Malfoy, a few others. I have about 13 wigs. And then I have attachments for them so that I can turn them from male to female or, you know, alter them if I want to. Then back here I have like my shoes and past cons badges that I've been to because, you know, it's the best place to go if you want other people from your fandom. Pretty much it's like a family there. You kind of just you go and suddenly you have a bajillion friends that all like the same thing as you.
What is anime?
Anime is a Japanese art style. It's a cartoon pretty much in Japan, normally based off of manga, which is a Japanese like comic, I guess you could say. It's really fun. It's not really what people would think about, but it has some really good storylines that are really different.
Has your fandom changed your personality or outer appearance?
Not really. I feel like it's just a part of who you are. It's not something that changes you, it's just a way you express yourself, frankly. So, just you being you. If you're a part of a fandom, obviously you can talk about things that you love like that. Like, not everyone gets you. Not everyone gets that I love Sherlock. Not everyone can talk to me about Sherlock. But in the fandom, people understand, and they're not going to think you're weird whenever you talk about that one scene where Sherlock and Moriarty almost kiss, because, whoa, that was really weird. But, see, things like that. It's not weird. It's normal. So you can express that part of yourself.
It's made me more open to talking to other people. I feel like I finally have something in common. You can walk up to somebody and be like, hey, we have this thing in common, and start a friendship that way instead of the whole 20 questions trying to find something relatable.
It's almost like being a part of a family. Like whenever you mention, you know, I love Kingdom Hearts or something, you know, people go, you love Kingdom Hearts too? And like they get this excitement about themselves, and you've already made a connection. And so.
Well, I know that I just got into being in fandoms, and so before that I was kind of like trying to be likable, and then whenever I got into fandoms, like I didn't have to try to like people because they were like me, so I could just act like myself, and they're like, that's awesome. And so I felt like it's helped me become a lot more open, and that's saying something because I'm always loud. So
What is cosplay?
Cosplay it literally means costume play. It's just fun way to dress up as a person from a book or a movie or really anything. If you like the person, be the person. Pretty much you name it, I could probably do it. Doctor Who. Gotta have Doctor Who.
How did you start cosplaying?
I started cosplaying. It really wasn't like a set point that I started. Like most people, I always loved Halloween, and I was always obsessed with getting it exactly right. I guess you could say I really started cosplaying when I learned there was a word for what I was already doing. That was a year or two ago, and started going to conventions not after long. After I learned there was actually a community of people who are just like me. The biggest issue I've had is some people have tried to tell on me, so to speak, tattle on me to my mother, and my mom's had to fight off a few people from it. Oh, she's wearing wigs to school. I want to make sure you know. And, you know, her reaction's always, she's not doing drugs or alcohol, and she's not sneaking out at night. There are worse things she could do. But I've had a bit of heat from adults And then, you know, there's some of my friends who are adults, you know, that cosplay with me. If you go to a convention, you'll have anyone from a little baby toddler and their parent as Elsa to a 60-year-old lady being an old lady type thing who wins a cosplay contest.
How do you feel about sharing your fandom with your family?
At first, my mom and dad, they didn't really take much to it because, you know, they kind of grew up as a Southern Baptist family, and they really didn't like me coming to these conventions and everything, but over time, they just kind of accepted it and said, that's who he's going to be, so just let him be who he wants to be.
My family gets me. It's not weird at all. Trust me. They understand. They have understood for years. So, in fact, my parents both love Sherlock as well. So they're not really into the whole fandom business, but they embrace the weird. It's really nice.
My family's super supportive. My mom watched anime with me growing up. She wants to come to conventions with me. My dad's super supportive of my crafting side with the cosplay.
Growing up, children want to be superheroes, ninjas, wizards, and Jedi. Enjoy the thought of becoming something greater. But is this desire only reserved for children? Or is it acceptable for those that have grown out of their Halloween costumes to express who they are and to recall what they were?
1, 2, 3, 4, do.